You know what's awesome about me? Oh my goodness. Talking about that drought. Look at this, man. Well, the Lord said, you ask and you shall receive. Oh my goodness. I mean, it is coming down, but you can see how my water collects. It comes out of there and it piles up in my driveway, and it goes around it's channeled around my house this way. But that area right around in there is well, it's kind of light brown. When I get that hard rain, all my fertilizer basically kind of washes down here and just floats on around there. And it just goes bye-bye. So that's one of the areas where I said I would have to aerate real hard up in here. And the same time I aerate, I'm gonna need the top dress, really the whole yard. But my main concern is all this area, all the way around side of the house. I would step out there, but it's raining too freaking hard. Too freaking hard. Wow. Well, just that Milorganite update you guys been waiting on. Like I said, when we got that drought, it really slowed up. I went from twice a week to only cutting it once this week. And when I cut it, I basically put it up at 3 inches and just caught the going to seed grass, you know, the little sprigs that go up and the little seed heads. Just mowed them off. But I'm not really getting any grass growth from it. As far as that fungus, it ain't that bad. You can still see some spots, kind of, you know, up in there or whatever. A few spots here and there, but nothing to be concerned about. No dead grass or anything like that. But this is one of the reasons why I was saying that sometimes when you get excessive rain, you know, the Milorganite website says that the fertilizer can last up to 10 weeks, but you're basically going to have to know your yard's habits, the weather forecast. Just pay attention to the coloration of the grass, and you get an idea if you need to go 10 weeks, 8 weeks, some people even 6 weeks. Some people even once a month. But, you know, when you have a humongously big yard, you're not, I mean, I don't know your budget, but it cost me $70 each time to fertilize my yard. So I know I'm not going to be able to pay that type of money to do it every 4 weeks or whatever the case may be. But, yeah, I hope my neighbor got 4-wheel drive coming out that driveway over there. Because this, I mean, it is a freaking mess out here. And, like I said, wish I can go around. Let me see if I can go around this side. Look at it gushing out. Look at it gushing out. Oh my goodness, lightning out here. I'm about to go in the house, but you can see it on the other side too. When my water goes down. Like I said, that's one of the areas that was kind of stressed from the heat. Up there, right there, around in there, stressed from the heat. So hopefully this gully washing will eliminate all of that. But yeah, I'm thankful for the rain. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, just want you to see what the back looks like too. Look at this. I mean, look at it. Oh my goodness. You see, I got some stressed area right there too. Right in there. But Milorganite's doing pretty good. Still got that deep green. 80% of the yard. So I could say it did survive the heat stress. Probably broke down a little bit faster. The heat. temperatures got real high. We got like 95 plus degrees. All right, stay tuned. More updates to come. Okay, I'm in the back of the house right now, and maybe a little bit harder to show you with that shade, but that particular area right there was heat stressed. Those 3 days of rain kind of brought it back. And like I said before, the part that I planted, all that back there, actually tolerated the heat stress a little better than the sided area. The sided area kind of took a hit, but the part that I planted, even in direct sunlight, it still it handled that heat. Got some mushrooms popping up there. Let's go around this side. See right in there, starting to come back. It had dried completely out. And one of the things we was talking about when you need to learn or know when to cut your grass, and my indicator is, if I could show you, right here. All right, you see those Bermuda seed heads right there? That's not a weed, that's actually from the Bermuda grass, and that's when it tries to go to a seed. Now this is a sterile type grass seed, so it's not going to reproduce, but once I start seeing those, I know to go ahead and cut my yard. Now I'm only going to take the tip of those off. Like I said, I'm cutting it at 3 inches right now, so that's one indicator when I would say it would be a good time to, if you have those, to know when to go ahead and cut your grass. This side, you can see it got hydrated back again. Let's go check out the septic area where it was toast. Few, look at that, one little nut edge. It's no problem. And here's the septic. I can see it's starting to come back. Still a little toast in the middle, but you got fresh new runners, rebirth. We wake up of some of that grass that had kind of got real dehydrated over that septic area. All right. I got my neighbor over there trying to show out. I don't know if you can see him. Got that little fluorescent hat on. Good thing. See right here. Still green, still looking good. Still looking good in that area. My strip and got real thick. Excuse me. No dog footprints in it. Need to cut mine. Right here, kind of dried out, got rehydrated. It's coming back. So the Milorganite, the Milo, still got me looking nice and green. Envy of the neighborhood. People are still asking. Well, they're not asking, they're just driving by, stare asking. They don't want to get out and ask. You know, we got that type of neighborhood. Bougie. See these folks, all these Cadillacs and stuff. Still green. Still green. Like I said, it was dehydrated all up in there. All that's came back. Milorganite. Like I said, I'm getting slow growth, no surge growth. And I'll show you one other thing. You can see the lawn mower mark. That's why it was at 2 inches. All right. On the other side is where I went to 3 inches. I boosted up. I did that on purpose just to see what would be the color difference. And it's not much, but lack of rain, we're gonna have to pull back to the 3 inch cut mark. And that's that lawn fungus damage right there. Hoping that'll eventually go away. Right here, people keep asking me, what is that hole in your yard? This is actually where the satellite dish was at. If you go back and look at some of my old videos, you'll see that big hole. I really don't explain it, but that's where my satellite dish was. I left it like that on purpose just to see if this Bermuda grass would run over into it, and I'm proving my point. Now, having said that, what I actually need to do is put some soil in there and level it out, because I have a dip. I don't want to hit that dip with my mower. I know where it's at, so I'm kind of cutting over it, but that's what that is. That's where my Dish Network dish used to be at. And one other spot, I know somebody's going to ask, this sod is actually zoysia sod. This was left over from the sod job I had. I actually just laid it there kind of to help prevent all that erosion that I was having, and just you know, a little experiment. Just want to see if it would take. It was actually dead, but looked like it's trying to come back. And you can go back and look at some of my old videos. This is the spot where the neighbor, I'm still crushing them. You can see it, right? You can see that crush line all the way down. Still crushing them. That's that iron doing its job, the Milorganite. But yeah, that's why they kind of destroyed the yard. The builder came out and fixed it, and actually came over to my side, put some new sod down. Pretty happy about that. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the update. It's nice and lush in some spots. Look at that. Lush. In this area right here, AC area, I'm going to do a video about this eventually. I'm going to take all this stuff out. I'm going to put tarp down, maybe a border, don't know what kind, fill it in with rocks. The reason I'm doing that, because you know, when you run your AC, you get all that condensation that comes off the condensation line. Got a weed back there I need to take care of. But yeah, that's going to be a project in itself. There's a link in the description about my real hose right there. Click on that and you can see the video about that real hose. And once again, the Milorganite has done its job, still doing its job. Still looking good, nice and green. Right now, like I said, we're right at 3 inches. And when I say 3 inches, some of this yard is at 3 inches, some of it is at 2.5. Just gonna depend on the terrain, the turf. You know, I have issues with the water swell, where that heavy compaction is at. I did put down that gypsum to kind of help with that. Another thing that I recommended that I was going to do for myself was to aerate and top dress at the same time. Don't know if I'll be doing that this season, since we're kind of late up in the season. I want to actually do that kind of in the spring so I can get a better take. It's Bermuda grass. We're not too far from dormancy, and what I mean by that is it's August, so we got August, June, July, August, September. Around the end of September, we got another 2 months of this greenness. May get a little bit more out of it. We'll see. Once again, here's your Milorganite update, brought to you by DYD, Bowman's Yard Decor. I am Michael Bowman, and I'll talk to you soon.